Hey everyone, Brock here from Brock's Badger Health and Fitness. Happy New Year, and let's get kicked off with a new video. Hey everyone, Brock here from Brock Badger Health and Fitness. I just got back from a run and did some Muay Thai, shadow boxing, a little bit of strength and conditioning stuff. Just keeping it light, doing a recovery day today. But I wanted to make a quick couple of videos here just to help everyone out with being on a vegan diet and getting enough calories. So quite often a question I get, how do you do it, Brock? How do you get enough protein? How do you get enough iron? How do you get enough zinc? You know, insert nutrient here on a vegan diet. So one great way you can do it is to obviously get a gauge on how many calories you're having per serving. And I know not everyone wants to calorie count, and hey, I used to be one of those people. I don't really enjoy calorie counting, but if you're wanting to achieve specific things, wanting to achieve specific goals when it comes to weight loss or weight gain or gaining more muscle or losing more fat, then you need to have some gauge of where you're at. So that's where a app like My Diet Diary is very, very good. And I highly recommend that one. That's the one I'm using at the moment. It's free. You can download it on the App Store. I'm pretty sure it's on Apple and Android. And that'll give you a very, very simple and quick way to calculate what you're eating throughout the day and to make sure that you're eating enough if you're trying to gain muscle. Or if you're, eating too much if you're trying to lose fat. So that's my first recommendation. Second recommendation would be to start getting lots of calories in liquid form. Now, for those of you who are trying to lose weight, I would recommend go easy on this. But so long as you put fruit in there, a relatively low-calorie protein powder, then you've got a pretty good sweet little breakfast there. I've just got some little messy monkeys here. They're made from a chickpea flour, so a little bit higher than protein. And they're gluten-free, so they're not going to upset your guts. And then we've also got a nice little smoothie here that I've made. Now, this smoothie is got banana, blueberry, raspberries, a little bit of hemp oil for omega-3 fatty acids, and a scoop of my protein powder, which is Prana On. So, yeah, quick breakfast tip for you. So now I've poured it in there. It's time to eat. Isn't this the part we all love? Okay, as I said, I'm doing a recovery day today. So I've had chiro and also had a massage, which was really nice. So I'm just doing meal number 3 for the day. And this is tip number 3 for eating a healthy vegan diet. That's going to give you enough calories and nutrients to achieve your goals in the gym and just generally in life. So tip number 3 is it doesn't have to look exactly like this or use these exact ingredients, but put a variety of different plant-based foods together. So apologies, I actually lost the footage to this part, guys. I just basically went on to say that it's very important to get a lot of variation in your diet, to mix up the different types of plant fibers that you're having, particularly if you're on a vegan diet. You're going to get a lot of fiber, but if you can vary up the different sources of fiber that you're getting by, mixing up the different foods that you're adding to your diet, it's only going to have a great benefit to your gut health, to your mental health, and overall health, basically, because the diversity of our microbiome, everything that research shows is basically that we have a delicate little balance in our gut, and not only the gut, but the gut is very, very important. There's roughly about 70% of our lymphoid tissue in the gut, which is a very, very important, or has a very important impact on our immune health. So get a lot of variation in your diet, guys. All right, back to the video. So what I've put together here is very, very simple. It's just a can of chickpeas, some rice, we've got bean sprouts, baby spinach, some tomato sauce, and some Bavarian mustard that I picked up from the Beerenberg factory. So very, very simple. It's not gourmet, but it does the job. They're clean calories and they're going to help me achieve my goals, which is to put on more muscle. Okay, so here's a bonus little video for you. This is just a little recovery workout that I did at the end of my day here of recovery day. So what I had done, I made this sled myself just by getting like a metal crate and taping some cardboard to the bottom, and it does the same job as a pull sled. I put weights inside of it and I have some resistance. So what I'm doing here are some high pulls. This is pumping fresh blood and nutrients into my muscles so that I can recover and come back stronger. The very unique thing about sled pulling is that there is no eccentric portion of the movement, meaning there's no lowering the weight. You only get to push through, which is excellent because this is where most of the damage that you're going to do to yourself during exercise comes from. It's normally on the down portion, that's where the muscle tears. And for those who are chasing hypertrophy, meaning gaining lots and lots of muscle from a bodybuilding perspective, that's kind of where you want to spend time, is pumping fresh blood into the muscle and then letting it tear. I'm getting the stretch, as they say. But this is a recovery exercise. And so what I'm doing here is those high raises, as you saw I was making a Y before, and then I'll turn around. Now you can see I turn around, hopefully, drop the handle, yeah. And now I'm going to do the reverse pulls. So I'm using my shoulder muscles to do this movement, squeezing my shoulder blades nice and hard and pumping fresh blood, like I said, into those delts. So the delts are the shoulder muscles located on the side of your arm. So what I'll normally do is I'll find a space like this one here. Sometimes I go down to the beach as well, which is always nice to mix up your scenery. And another part that I love about working outdoors and, you know, really proving that you don't need a gym to stay fit and healthy. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is the reverse pull, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Another thing you may notice is I'm pulling from a stable position, so I'm not using momentum with these exercises. I actually I tied a strap around my waist and started by doing some exercises like walking forward. So you can do, say, 2 laps of walking forward, up and back. You can do 2 laps of walking backward, up and back, and that's going to hit all of the major muscle groups in your lower body. But what you're seeing here is me now moving on to the upper part of my body. The arms, the core. Turn the sled around again. Good on you, Brock. Cool, so now I'm doing forward pushes. Very similar to a bench press or a punch or a push-up. Working my triceps and my pecs and trying to push from a nice stable position. I would recommend on this one, don't be afraid to go a little bit heavier than you think you can lift, because you're not really doing a tremendous amount of compression to your spine or your muscles. It still should be challenging, but the idea here is to use it for cardio. So now I think the camera's going to follow me soon. So yeah, you're trying to challenge your heart, your cardiovascular system to become fitter and more efficiently pump blood around to your extremities, and this is going to help you become stronger as well and just generally prevent you from getting a heart attack. So another thing you may notice here about my technique on these pushes is it closely represents something that may look like the bench press. This style of training, this sled pulling or sled pushing in this case, was very, very popular amongst powerlifters to increase their bench press, their squat and their deadlift. And the reason for that, like I explained before, is because it's a good way to strengthen whilst challenging your cardiovascular system and putting not too much stress on your body that you'll then have to recover from, because most likely you would do this on your days in between heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, heavy power lifts. Okay, now I'm doing the rows. So these are a low row. I'm really focusing on trying to force my elbows behind my body and squeezing my shoulder blades as hard as I can firing those rhomboids, the mid traps, the rear delts, and of course the lats. If you'd like me to do another video on alternative methods of cardio that aren't just, walking on a treadmill, going for a run, going for a walk, please let me know, okay? Make a comment down below. The final exercise here is the tricep extensions. So I'm trying to keep my elbows out in front of me and just using my back of my arms to extend my fists in front of me. Okay, just focusing on the tricep. Scooting around and coming back home. So you're going to do 2 laps of every single one of those, and it's going to be a nice upper body warm-up for you, or a nice upper body recovery day workout. Can give you a multitude of benefits that I explained, and it's something that I'll continue to do, so I can let you know what it's like after you've done it for, say, a month or so, and maybe if there's anything to consider furthermore. No worries, that's the end of the movie. If you're sick of your program and you're wanting to do something that's a bit more exciting and actually makes you excited to do it, please contact me. My email will be below, and really, in reality, that's what makes these videos possible. So please give me a message and I'll be more than happy to help you. I can help you out with diet. I'm going to be a qualified naturopath very, very shortly. So yeah, please let me know. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Take care, everyone. Oh yeah, of course, if you like the video, like it, and please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.